Imagine, for a moment, that within your very being lies an untapped power, a forgotten language that speaks directly to the fabric of reality. What if the universe isn't a random collection of events, but a responsive canvas, waiting for your conscious command? Welcome, soul traveler, to the Enchanted Archive. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to unveil the lost manifestation secrets of Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary sage whose wisdom laid the foundation for Hermeticism, alchemy, and much of the esoteric knowledge we explore. For millennia, the concept of law of attraction has intrigued seekers, promising the ability to shape one's destiny through thought. But what if there's a deeper, more ancient science to this? What if modern manifestation techniques are mere echoes of a profound universal blueprint understood by the ancients? Hermes Trismegistus, revered as Thoth by the Egyptians, and later as the divine messenger Hermes by the Greeks, was said to possess the master key to unlocking reality. His 7 Hermetic Principles, inscribed on the fabled emerald tablets, are not merely philosophical ponderings. They are the fundamental laws by which the universe operates. And within these laws lie the precise, powerful, and often overlooked instructions for conscious creation. The true law of attraction, an ancient law of attraction, so potent it was deemed too dangerous for the unprepared. Get ready to open the vault of forgotten wisdom, for when you understand these hermetic secrets, you will not only comprehend the mechanics of manifestation, but become the conscious architect of your own reality. Before we dive into the secrets, let us briefly honor the source. Hermes Trismegistus, whose name means Hermes, the thrice great, is a figure shrouded in myth and reverence. He is considered the progenitor of Hermetic philosophy, a tradition that views the universe as a unified whole, governed by immutable laws. While his historical existence is debated, his teachings, compiled in texts like the Kybalion and the Corpus Hermeticum, have influenced Western esotericism, Renaissance philosophy, and even modern science. For the ancients, Hermes was more than a teacher. He was the divine communicator, the bridge between the human and the divine, the master of all arts and sciences, truly the alchemist of reality. His wisdom was so profound that it was often kept veiled, understood only by initiates, precisely because of its transformative power. He taught that humanity holds the potential for divinity, and through understanding universal laws, one could ascend to a state of conscious co-creation. It is from this wellspring of ancient wisdom that we draw today to rediscover the precise methods for manifesting your deepest desires. The first and most fundamental Hermetic principle, mentalism, states the all is mind. The universe is mental. This is the cornerstone of all manifestation. It means that what we perceive as solid reality is, at its deepest level, a mental construct, a grand thought in the universal mind. And since you, as a conscious being, are a spark of this universal mind, your thoughts possess a creative power far beyond what you currently realize. Imagine your mind as a fertile, boundless garden. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, is a seed planted in this garden. The universe, in its infinite responsiveness, doesn't distinguish between a desired seed and an undesired weed. It merely allows all seeds to germinate and grow according to their nature. If your mind is constantly filled with thoughts of lack, fear, or limitation, you are diligently planting those very seeds. And the universe, by the immutable law of mentalism, will inevitably reflect that harvest in your external reality. Modern science, particularly quantum physics, begins to echo this ancient wisdom. The double-slit experiment, which we explored in our Seven Hermetic Laws video, demonstrates that observation itself can alter reality at the subatomic level. The act of conscious attention, a directed thought, collapses possibilities into concrete outcomes. This isn't magic in the fictional sense. It's the fundamental mechanics of a mental universe. Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, famously said, "I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness." This is mentalism in action. For Hermes, the lost manifestation secret of mentalism is not just to think positive, but to become a master of your inner narrative. It means understanding that your deepest, often unconscious, beliefs are the most potent seeds you plant. If your conscious mind desires abundance but your subconscious believes you are unworthy, the subconscious will always prevail. The universe reflects your dominant mental state, not just fleeting wishes. Therefore, the first step in manifesting like Hermes is to meticulously cultivate your inner garden, identifying and uprooting limiting beliefs, and intentionally planting seeds of certainty, worthiness, and unwavering belief in your creative power. This requires introspection, self-awareness, and constant vigilance over your thoughts. The all is mind, and your mind is the most powerful tool you possess for shaping your reality. The Hermetic principle, vibration, declares, "Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates." This law is the dynamic engine of manifestation. Every thought, every emotion, every object, even your very essence, vibrates at a specific frequency. And by the law of vibration, like attracts like, entities vibrating at similar frequencies resonate and draw each other together. This is where the modern law of attraction finds its root, but Hermes' understanding goes far deeper than simply good vibes. Your emotions are not merely subjective feelings. They are powerful vibrational signatures you are constantly emitting. When you feel joy, gratitude, or love, you are vibrating at a high, expansive frequency. When you feel fear, anger, or resentment, you are vibrating at a low, contractive frequency. The universe, like a cosmic tuning fork, responds to the frequency you are broadcasting. It doesn't judge the content, it simply matches the vibration. The lost manifestation secret of vibration lies in deliberate emotional alignment. It's not about forcing yourself to feel happy when you're not, which creates dissonance. Instead, it's about consciously shifting your emotional state, even incrementally, towards the feeling state of your desired outcome. If you wish to manifest abundance, you must find ways to authentically feel abundant, grateful, and secure now, regardless of your current circumstances. This is the art of pre-paving your reality with your emotional vibration. Neuroscience confirms that our brain waves, alpha, beta, theta, delta, correlate with different emotional states, and organizations like the HeartMath Institute have shown that the human heart emits an electromagnetic field that reflects our emotions, influencing. This field is your personal vibrational broadcast tower. Hermes taught that the true master learns to transmute lower vibrations into higher ones. This isn't suppression, it's a conscious alchemy. When faced with a negative emotion, instead of resisting it, acknowledge it, understand its message, and then intentionally pivot towards a higher frequency alternative. For example, if you feel fear about your financial situation, instead of dwelling, find one small thing to be grateful for, or visualize a small, positive financial shift. This subtle shift in vibration begins to retune your entire energetic field, aligning you with the frequency of your desires. You become a living magnet, attracting what you are, not just what you wish for. The second Hermetic principle, Correspondence, states, "As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul." This law reveals that there are always parallels between the different planes of existence, physical, mental, and spiritual. What manifests in your external world is a direct reflection, a mirror image of your inner world. This is a profound truth for manifestation. If your inner landscape is chaotic, uncertain, or filled with self-doubt, your outer reality will reflect that disarray. Conversely, if your inner world is organized, purposeful, and imbued with positive expectation, your external life will align to bring those experiences to fruition. The lost manifestation secret of correspondence is intentional self-reflection and inner blueprinting. Hermes taught that your subconscious mind is the blueprint for your life. Any limiting beliefs, unhealed traumas, or negative self-concepts held within your subconscious will inevitably be projected onto your outer reality. If you want to change the outside, you must first change the inside. This means not just thinking about your desires, but deeply integrating them into your sense of self. Who would you be if your manifestation were already true? What would you think, feel, and do? By embodying this future self in your present thoughts, emotions, and actions, you align your inner world with your desired outer reality. Consider a master artist. They don't just pick up a brush and hope for a masterpiece. They first create a vivid image in their mind, plan their strokes, and then meticulously execute their vision. Your life is your masterpiece, and your inner world is your canvas. Through practices like visualization, affirmation, and embodying the emotions of your desired reality, you begin to rewrite your inner blueprint. As your inner world transforms, the universe, by the unfailing law of correspondence, must shift to reflect it. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your power to manifest is directly proportional to the harmony and clarity of your inner world. The fourth Hermetic principle, Polarity, states, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet all truths. This law reveals that everything in the universe exists in pairs of opposites, but these opposites are merely different degrees of the same thing. Hot and cold are degrees of temperature. Love and hate are degrees of emotion. For manifestation, polarity is crucial because it teaches us that seemingly negative situations or obstacles are not inherently bad, but merely the lower degree of a desired state. A financial setback is the lower pole of abundance. A relationship conflict is the lower pole of harmony. The lost manifestation secret of polarity is transmutation, not elimination. You cannot eliminate a pole, but you can transmute it. Just as you can turn cold water into hot by increasing its vibration, you can transmute a negative circumstance into a positive one by consciously shifting your perspective and emotional frequency. When faced with an obstacle in your manifestation journey, Hermes taught not to resist it or dwell in its negativity, for that only reinforces its vibration. Instead, recognize it as the lower pole of your desired outcome. For example, if you encounter a challenge in achieving a goal, acknowledge the challenge, but then consciously seek the lesson, the opportunity for growth, or the alternative path that exists at the opposite pole. This isn't denial, it's energetic alchemy. Every problem contains the seed of its solution. Every lack contains the potential for abundance. By understanding polarity, you gain the power to consciously shift your mental and emotional focus from the unwanted pole to the desired pole. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you might say, "This challenge is showing me a new way to succeed." This shifts your internal vibration, and by the law of vibration, the external reality begins to transmute. You become a master alchemist, transforming lead into gold within your own experiences. The ability to navigate and transmute polarity is a hallmark of true mastery in manifestation. The fifth Hermetic principle, rhythm, states, "Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure." This law reveals that everything in the universe moves in cycles, a constant ebb and flow, rise and fall, just as the seasons change and the tides advance and retreat. Your manifestation journey will also have its moments of progress and apparent stagnation. Many aspiring manifestors become disheartened during the low swing of the pendulum, mistakenly believing their efforts are failing. But Hermes taught that this rhythm is inevitable and essential for creation. A seed doesn't sprout immediately. It undergoes cycles of dormancy and growth. The lost manifestation secret of rhythm is non-resistance and conscious counteraction. You cannot stop the pendulum, but you can learn to ride its swing and even influence its trajectory. When you are in a high swing, feeling inspired, making progress, maximize that energy. Take action, visualize with passion, and amplify your positive vibrations. But when the pendulum inevitably swings to a lower point, doubt creeps in. Progress slows. Do not panic. This is not failure. It's a natural phase of contraction, integration, or preparation for the next high swing. During these low swings, the master manifestor doesn't give up. Instead, they consciously counteract the negative pull. This doesn't mean fighting it. It means gently nudging the pendulum back towards the desired direction. Use affirmations, reaffirm your intention, meditate, or engage in self-care to maintain your vibrational alignment, even when external results are not apparent. The Kybalion calls this neutralizing the swing, not by stopping it, but by rising above it mentally, understanding it, and thereby preventing it from sweeping you away. By recognizing and respecting the law of rhythm, you develop resilience and patience. You understand that periods of apparent stagnation are often crucial incubation periods for your desires. You learn to trust the process, knowing that every low swing is inherently compensated by a high swing. Ride the waves, trust the cycles, and know that your manifestation is simply moving through its natural rhythm. The sixth Hermetic principle, cause and effect, declares, every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law, not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes. This law is the ultimate statement of universal accountability and personal power. Nothing in the universe happens by accident. Every event, every experience, every outcome in your life is the effect of a prior cause, whether visible or invisible, conscious or unconscious. This principle is the logical consequence of the others. If the all is mind, mentalism, and thoughts create vibrations, vibration, and your inner world reflects your outer correspondence, then your thoughts, emotions, and actions are powerful causes constantly generating effects in your reality. The lost manifestation secret of cause and effect is conscious causation and karmic alignment. Hermes taught that most people live on the plane of effect, reacting to circumstances, feeling like victims of fate. But the true master rises to the plane of cause, understanding that they are constantly sowing seeds, and thus can deliberately choose which seeds to plant. This means taking radical responsibility for your life. Stop blaming external circumstances, other people, or bad luck. Recognize that while you may not understand all the causes from your past, perhaps even past lives, echoing the concept of karma, you have the power now to choose new causes. Conscious causation involves aligning your intentions, thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcome. If you wish to manifest love, be loving. If you wish to manifest abundance, act from a place of abundance, e.g. gratitude, generosity. This isn't about manipulation. It's about becoming the energetic equivalent of what you desire. By consistently planting seeds of positive, aligned causes, you inevitably create a future where the effects you desire are manifested. This requires discipline, integrity, and a deep understanding of your own energetic output. The universe is not a chaotic place. It is a perfectly ordered system of cause and effect. Master this law, and you master your destiny. You are not a leaf in the wind. You are the wind itself, directing the flow of your life. The seventh and final Hermetic principle, gender, states, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. Gender manifests on all planes. This law transcends biological sex, representing the two archetypal forces of creation. The masculine, active, projective, seeding, and the feminine, receptive, nurturing, generating. Every act of creation, from the birth of a star to the manifestation of a thought, requires the interplay of these two energies. For manifestation, the principle of gender is the lost secret to harmonious inner creation. Your manifestation process requires both the masculine energy of focused intention, the seed, the will, the clear vision, and the feminine energy of receptive allowance, the fertile soil, the nurturing, the trust. Many fall into the trap of only using one side. They either intellectualize their desires endlessly, excessive masculine without feminine receptivity, or they wish and hope without clear intention or action, excessive feminine without masculine drive. Neither extreme is effective for true manifestation. The lost manifestation secret of gender is the alchemical marriage within. You must consciously unite these two forces within yourself. Masculine principle in manifestation. This is your clear, unwavering intention. What exactly do you want to create? Be specific. This is the seed. This is also the action you take, the inspired steps, the focused effort. Feminine principle in manifestation. This is your receptive openness and trust. After planting the seed, setting intention and taking action, you must allow the universe to nurture it, to bring it to fruition in its own perfect timing and way. It's about letting go of how it will happen and trusting that it will happen. It's the intuition that guides your inspired action. When these two principles are balanced within you, an unparalleled creative force is unleashed. Your clear intention, masculine, provides the direction, and your receptive trust, feminine, allows the universe to bring it into being. You become whole in your creative power, like the Taoist yin and yang, where each contains the seed of the other. The alchemical marriage within is the ultimate integration, allowing you to not only conceive your desires, but to give birth to them in your physical reality. We have journeyed deep into the heart of Hermetic wisdom, unearthing the lost manifestation secrets of Hermes Trismegistus. These 7 principles are not separate doctrines, but an interconnected tapestry, a holistic system for understanding and interacting with the universe as a conscious creator. From the mental matrix of your thoughts to the vibrations you emit, the reflections in your reality, the transmutation of challenges, the rhythm of your progress, the power of your choices, and the harmonious union of your inner creative forces. To truly master these secrets, integrate them into your daily life, cultivate your mind, mentalism, be vigilant over your thoughts and beliefs, meditate to purify your inner garden, align your emotions, vibration, consciously, shift your emotional state towards gratitude and joy, feel your desires as already fulfilled. Reflect within Correspondence. Understand that your outer world is a mirror. Heal your inner self to change your outer reality. Transmute obstacles. Polarity. See challenges as opportunities for growth. Shift your focus from the negative pole to the positive. Ride the cycles. Rhythm. Embrace the ebb and flow. Maximize high swings and use low swings for rest and reaffirmation. Choose consciously, cause and effect. Take radical responsibility. Plant seeds of aligned thoughts, words, and actions. Unite your inner forces. Gender. Combine clear intention with receptive trust. Dream big, then allow the universe to deliver. The power to manifest your deepest desires is not a gift for a select few. It is your birthright as a co-creator of this mental universe. Hermes Trismegistus left us not with riddles, but with a direct map to personal mastery. The master key is now in your hands. What will you create? If this journey into the ancient secrets of manifestation resonated with your soul, illuminate this path for others by sharing this video. Subscribe to the Enchanted Archive to continue our exploration of hidden knowledge and universal truths. Tell us in the comments, which of Hermes' lost manifestation secrets will you apply first? For the path of self-mastery is long, and together we can unlock the greatest mysteries of existence. Thank you for watching.